Ever wondered how the government makes money? It may seem like a simple question, but the answer uncovers a fascinating web of revenue sources that keep our nations running. At the heart of government income is taxation. This is the primary way that, say, the United States government fills its coffers. A breakdown of federal tax income reveals that 45% comes from individual income taxes. These are the taxes that you and I pay on our earnings. Then 39% arises from Social Security and Medicare taxes. These are what workers and employers contribute to fund health and retirement benefits. Corporate income taxes paid by businesses on their profits account for 12%. The remaining 4% comes from estate, gift, and other miscellaneous taxation. But taxes are not the only source of government income. There's also non-tax revenues. These come in various forms and include proceeds from government-owned corporations, fines, penalties, and asset sales. Another significant source of revenue is the issuance of debt instruments like treasury bonds, treasury bills, and treasury notes. These are essentially IOUs from the government that promise to pay back the borrowed amount with interest. And then there's a less conventional method of generating income, the so-called inflation tax. This happens when the Federal Reserve simply prints more money. While it does increase the amount of money in circulation, it can also lead to inflation and decreased purchasing power. All these revenue sources are necessary because the government needs to generate enough money each year to cover its expenses, as outlined in its yearly budget. If the taxes and other revenues collected during the year exceed the government's expenses, then the country posts a budget surplus, but if these collections fall short, then the government runs a deficit. So to recap, the government makes money primarily through taxation, but also through non-tax revenues, issuing debt, and occasionally by printing more money. But whether it's a surplus or a deficit, one thing's for sure: managing a nation's finances is no simple task.